We have something really weird to talk about, and I don't know how to like broach the subject. Do you like twinks? If your answer is yes, then I think I have the mobile game for you. Because now we know what Ride Kamens is. We got our official trailer. We've been getting character bios all week, so we're gonna look through some of them. This is not an ad. It's not an ad. I'm just gonna pull it up. I didn't know how else to intro this segment into it. We now know what Ride Kamens is. It is a mobile game, an app, probably a gacha game, more than likely a gacha game, 100% a gacha game. But we're getting bios and stuff of the characters. We don't know, we haven't seen any gameplay yet, aside from like a little snippet that I'll point out when we get there. But here was the first trailer we were treated to. Ride Kamens taking away that sponsorship as we see. Q, Araki, and Hayate. So there's our first kind of look at what these characters are going to look like as Kamen Riders. This one, kind of obviously, but not also kind of obviously, based off of Ichigo. You can see with the colors, with the scheme of the little antennas here, and the scarf, loosely based on Ichigo. And people were like, oh, okay, these are just going to be their own original Kamen Riders. Until we saw this profile come out. This is Araki, Kamen Rider Araki. And people looked at this and was like, that kind of looks like Momotaro's. Rightfully so. And we just kind of thought like, oh, that's fine. But then today, or yesterday, I should say, we had this guy come out. This is Lance and Q. This feels familiar as well. This is just double. This is Kamen Rider Double. His name is Kamen Rider Loq, L-O-Q, Lance and Q. And a lot of people pointed out, rightfully so, that was just Kamen Rider Double. So basically what we're getting is each of these riders is going to be like loosely based on someone we know. We're getting reveals, like I said, every day at this point. So far we have Momotaro's and Double going for it. But this will be like a gacha style game. There is a little bit of gameplay at the end of this trailer, I believe. There it is. So like that's 100% a sprite for what the actual game will look like. Are we getting a reveal for the main character guy again? I don't think we will. It's Ryder's answer to Kaiju Girls. Like, oh, let's get the boys in here. It's the boys' turn. But yeah, so this is interesting. We all thought it was like gonna be a little more Genshin Impact-y, but it looks like it's gonna be a little more chibi and probably, if I really had to guess, turn-based. But it's just like a mobile game through and through. So that's what Ride Kamens is. We'll find out like a lot more, probably a drop date and everything in March at that anime expo that we were talking about last time. I feel like they could have easily just kept most of the actual protagonists because they're all cute as fuck. Yeah, but then you couldn't see their faces. They're cool faces through the thing. What's a gacha game? It's a game where you have to pay for a lot of stuff. I will give this a try. I'm gonna be honest. I'll probably have to download like some VPN thing to get the game in order to play it on computer so I can play it on stream, but I'll give it a try. I'm not like a big gacha game person, but I'm interested in like these gay boy Kamen Riders. I'm interested in these gay boy Kamen Riders, so we'll see. A gacha game is a game where you pay for a lot of stuff, therefore Fortnite is a gacha game. A gacha game is where you gamble on stuff. I did say Gay Boy Kamen Riders, yes. Yeah, you aren't guaranteed to get anything. Basically gambling, loot crates, and that kind of stuff. So that's what that is. Ride Kamens. I am not super let down by it. I am still kind of interested in it. But then I got more interested once I saw this random tweet where it's like Araki and it's like Momotaros and Deno holding him back and Double laughing. And then for some reason, it's Double and Deno is like punching him in the dong. I don't know why I'm bringing this up. I just thought it was a funny tweet. There's no value to it at all besides just laughing at it. He does have cattails too. He has 2 cattails going on. And you could probably say cat ears too. So Kamen Rider Double, now a cat. A cat, and he also has 2 robots that fly around him and 2 personas. He's got 2 personas going on. One of them is named Q, which is like inside him. And the other one is Lance, which is him. Here, let's read it actually. It says, a returnee detective who is intelligent and good at deduction. He has a dual personality with Q, another mischievous personality created by Chaosism, and they fight for control of each other's bodies. I'm a bit unfamiliar with the mechanics and prefer to solve puzzles using analog methods. I'm going to lay out a bet here. On stream. I laid it out earlier on Twitter as well. I think that Q is going to be very ambiguously gay, and Lance will not be. I think Lance will be very straight, and then he will wake up from like a night of being Q, and there's just a dude in his apartment. If we get that cinematic. If they put work into this game and it goes on a while, I guarantee you that will happen. And Lance will just be like, Q has a boyfriend, but I do not, so. That's a bold statement. We just got monster sex. Kamen Rider is expanding. Anything could happen here. Are you in the writer's room? I should be. I really should be. You don't really need any qualifications to be a writer for Kamen Rider. You just need to be a fan. That's what I've heard. Toei would rather monster sex than gay people. I think Toei has had gay people for a very long time. And they finally are brave enough to do monster sex. Think they'll have a gacha character? So what's interesting is they have 16 characters that they've shown in like silhouettes of. They have 16 silhouettes that they've shown off. So even if they did all the Heisei, like they already have Ichigo, so that's 1. But even if they did all the Heisei, they would still not be able to do all the Heisei, if that makes sense. Like there's 20 Heisei riders, and 1 spot of that 16 is taken. So they have 15, and they would have to leave out 5 of them, whether it be to announce later or for DLC or anything. But I also think they're probably going to do some Dark Riders. I think they're just starting out with the most recognizable ones. Like if you told me like, hey, pick some Kamen Riders for Japan to like just recognize right off the bat, I would be like, oh, Deno, Double, Ichigo, and then probably next, oh my god, if I had to bet on what's revealed tonight, it would be, I mean, the other dude's name is Hayate, I think, or Hayato is what it said. So like Nigo, probably. Decade's a good one. What other series are like super celebrated in Japan? I would do Gotchard just because it's the most recent, honestly. To like show people like, hey, look what's going on. Kuga would, if I had to bet on what's tonight, it's either Nigo or Kuga. But there's 16 silhouettes shown off so far. 4 for each of the 4 teams that they announced. So you have like a guy beat writer situation going on. So I'm excited to see how it folds out though. I'm excited to see what more we get and how it folds out. I'm enjoying the like reveals that we're getting, how they do it. It feels like they're putting a lot of effort into it. So I hope it runs for more than a year and just doesn't like phase out. Watch Ankh make an appearance and turn into O's. It'd be so funny and on brand and make so much sense if the O's one is just an Ankh form. I want a 0-1 ride Kamen. I mean, it would fit the gimmick very well, or the motif that they're going with very well. Phi's next one, I think they're going off of like the most recognizable right now. And yeah, I think Kuga is definitely going to be one of the first ones revealed. But like I said, the dude's name in those like first main 4, because we've got 3 already. The last dude's name that we haven't seen yet is Hayato. So like if they do Nigo, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that makes sense. The evil society of Chaosism is the game's shocker, remodeling humans, etc. The Chaos Stones hold the power to all things and awaken their instincts. That Chaos Driver converts stone energy, and the Chaos Ring is a relay device that sends the stone power to the driver. So there's the Chaosism logo, the Chaos Stones, Chaos Emeralds, the Chaos Driver, which I think is the worst driver we've ever seen, but I don't think we're gonna get a toy of this at all or anything. I think this is purely just mobile game, and we're never gonna get a driver of it. They're not making this to try to sell it. They don't give a fuck about this. They just needed something to make you into a Kamen Rider. It is just the Century Driver with like less detail on it. There's no toy gonna be made of this. I guarantee it. It's not gonna happen. And this is the ring they were talking about that relays that power. They will always find a way. Maybe in a year, if it succeeds, they're gonna be like, hey, Premium Bandai, here you go. Here's the Chaos Driver. And it's like, yay. They'll find some way to make it super stupid expensive. This will have a bunch of LEDs behind it. The Demon's Driver LEDs just behind it because they have a bunch of them left over. The ring, I could see them just releasing at a Premium Bandai for sure. The city is divided into different districts: Educational District of Justice, Justice Ride, Industrial District of Mad Guy, Entertainment District of Slam Days, Commercial District of Wisdom Thinks, the Corporate District of Tower Emblem, and the Central District. So those are like the gangs that you'll be a part of, I think. Plus the Masked Cafe Camouflage, and this will probably be the lobby. The Masked Cafe Camouflage. The only profile up is Saigo Mikami. An 18-year-old who fights for peace at his own pace, isn't good at communicating, doesn't have many emotional ups and downs, and has an extremely high fighting ability that the other riders respect. He's like you guys, but without the fighting ability. No fighting ability for you guys. But the rest of it, pretty on point. So here's the first guy that's basically our Ichigo stand-in. A better character than Gottschalk's main character. In that one paragraph, we got so much already. And then we have the other riders that we've seen. Hayate is this one. He's next. And then we've got, what is this dude's name? Titan Takato. Titan Takato is a really cool name. This is my main character right here. He's too pretty. Fuck watch build, do play Persona. Hashtag play Persona! I wonder which one is Decade. Of these two people. Yeah, I can totally see this dude being Decade. Or Legend. It'd be really funny if they're just like, here's Legend. Instead. Titan gonna be Geo, you think so? Can't be the pink one, Decade's magenta. You're actually all wrong. And they're all twinks. Which means DLC Daddy Kamen Rider coming much later. They're all twinks, and so like, they're gonna be like, all right, later on, here's an older man, and people are gonna be like, time to buy some fucking Kamen Rider loot crates. Time to buy some Chaos boxes. Put all my Chaos Emeralds in. I need the DILF. Look at those colors. Is gonna be Geo. I mean, I like this guy. I guess he's got Momotaro's colors. All right, you might be right. It might just basically give them away in this. You're right. But these are just 5 of the 16 that we're gonna get probably in the first launch of it.